I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Alden.
No, Brian.
No, Brian. Sheriff?
I'll see if I can do this off the top of my head. We had 4 whole calls for service. First one was 2 different calls regarding the same civil issue, which was a neighborhood boundary dispute. They're civil in nature, we don't do boundaries, that's up to the surveyors. You had one extra patrol where the deputy drove through the area, kind of probably doing a property watch for somebody. And the last one was a trespassing, which actually also was a different neighbor boundary disputes. So it was more of a civil in nature, so those were your 4 calls for service.
Okay, thank you. Fire District 2?
So we had a total of 87 calls for service in Fire District 2 last month. Town of Metaline had 1 EMS call. So, for the year, we're currently at 1,688 calls. That's about 700 more than we had last year.
What's
That is
Metaline
nice.
setting at?
What's that?
What is Metaline setting at?
Metaline Falls. We have
Metaline.
Metaline.
Metaline 1.
No.
Oh, for the year. I don't tally them for the year.
You might know that off the top of your
We
head.
might be just
Let's see, 1 a month, 10 months. We'll throw an extra one in there because sometimes you get 2, but yeah.
Says
Right
10 or
around
11.
Okay, we have no registered guests. Maintenance report from Delane is primarily pickleball court. It's been laid down. We'll be back out here tomorrow to pick up
Finish
some. Other than that, there's not much going on.
He was just talking about the repair on the plow, maintenance on the plow.
Yes, we're kind of waiting. We're waiting for a decision by the insurance company, and I think have we gotten the bill for that?
We got an estimate.
An estimate, okay. We don't have the official bill yet.
And then he was talking about the mower too, and he thinks he can rebuild the deck or have the deck rebuilt, and then the motor, and it'll be good to go for a while.
We
Was-
could, yeah.
That's about all we had.
Yeah, well, that's something we need to resolve before summer.
Yes.
We're not gonna be needing that mower.
Yes.
However, we need to make a decision on that pretty quick. Pickleball, old business here. Pickleball update.
Well, we got laid down a 65 by 65 foot pad of asphalt over the last 2 days, and just let me make sure this gets turned off. I'm sorry for just pulling out when you. The next step, we've got bids for the paint, the posts, the net. We've got bids for the fencing, and of course the bids exceed the total funds that we have. And Kelly has started a fundraising drive for the fencing. The painting, we can't afford to have somebody do it, so it's gonna be volunteers, and between a lot of YouTube videos and a fella in Newport that's done a number of courts, he said he'd help. We'll probably do the courts next, I'm estimating June. We can't get them done this fall. We gotta let the asphalt set up for a while, and then we've gotta seal it.
We've got to dodge rainstorms and,
Well, looks like it's gonna be dry for a while, but we've got May and June next year. We'll hopefully get it done in that period of time. I'm gonna try to get the center line fence post put in this year, and the net post put in this year yet. Still gotta get them, but it's something I'd like to see us do this fall, because I don't wanna be hung up on it next spring.
there's a third post in the middle or something?
And we're gonna have a fence going down the middle of the court to separate the 2 courts.
Oh.
It's 4 feet high and 60 feet long, something like that, but I'd like to get the posts in this fall. You need the posts in before you paint, not after you paint. So I'd like to get the posts and like I said, the net posts put in, just so we aren't hung up on them next spring.
Drill through the asphalt for that?
No, you actually cut a hole in the asphalt.
That's what I said.
and then you put the posts in cement. Then you fill the cement up at the top of the asphalt, and then when you come and paint in the spring, you paint over it, you won't, never knew the hole was there.
Righty. New business. This may take a while.
We need to set a workshop. You need to set a workshop. That's all you need to do tonight.
Okay, we have the,
So I can put it in the paper.
yeah, we have the preliminary budget here, but we need to set up a workshop to go through it. So that'll be,
You need to pick a date.
I'm good with any date.
I'm good with any date.
Jade, what's your schedule?
October is pretty dang busy.
We can do it during the day. I just have
Okay.
to put it in the
Yeah.
paper.
We can do it anytime, any
Yeah.
day. Saturday,
day.
Sunday, Monday, I don't know.
Because it'll take about 2 hours of your time.
Okay.
Maybe 90 minutes, but
And this is gonna be Tim and Jade, because the rest of us are kind of,
And we want it done by January, right?
no, I have to have you
Done.
guys do the workshop this month because I have to have public comment next month and a public hearing in December and adopt it in December.
Okay.
I don't know, I'm pretty busy.
So it's between you and Tim, and we can, like I said, night, in the day, weekend, whatever you need, I just have to post it.
What about October 22nd?
I'm having a baby and that's actually the due date.
good one.
So I'm not,
What's your point? You're not having a baby.
well, my wife is, yeah, so,
He's gonna be there.
that's kind of a moving target, she's ready to pop, and, I'd say like later in the month would work better for me, like the week of the 28th, could you do it like the 28th?
Yes, that's open date.
Can you do morning?
Yeah, I can do mornings,
Possible?
yeah.
Like 10.
Like what's morning date?
Okay, can we do the 29th?
Yes,
That
that's
works for
open.
me.
Like morning-ish,
calendar.
like 10?
It's open, that whole day's open.
Okay, hold on, I have a thing now, let me see. Okay.
I'm real sure I'm not in bed by then.
At 10 in the morning?
I'm ready to wake up.
Okay,
Tired.
So you want October 29th at 10 a.m.?
Yeah, that would work really good.
Okay.
Here.
So in the
Yes.
meantime, yeah,
Okay.
feel free to go through them, ask me any questions, but you guys will do the full workshop and go through it together on October 29th at 10 a.m. And then we will set a public hearing or public comment period after that, before the next meeting, which will be the 13th of November.
Okay, next item is the interlocal contract for the sheriff for 2025 through 2027.
And you guys can ask him questions, but we'll need a motion and a second to adopt it.
This has not changed, right?
That's
There's
just
been-
about
The agreement is exactly the same except for the fees.
Except for the what?
Just the adjustment to the fees for the.
It went down?
I think it went
Hard to
up
believe.
from.
We'd like to keep it where it is now,
Oh, nice.
I would love to, but
That's
How much did they go over?
somehow my
The
fees
fees?
go up.
Yeah.
It went from 7,698.
Okay.
Should be 4% each year for 3 years.
It's 4%.
Okay, it is percentage.
Yeah, it's not on here, it's 4%, so I could tell you what the fee will be, hold on.
I have it right here,
It's on
Kelly.
the budget.
Jade has, I have it.
It's in
right
our-
Also add 4% to that,
Okay.
would be the new one.
Each year?
Each year, yes.
So it goes from
I was-
$7,642.30 to
No, it's
$9,820.
700, I only pay $757 a month.
Yeah, but this is yearly.
Yeah,
So yearly, the new contract would be $9,829.35 for 2025, and in 24 it was $7,642.30.
Is that right?
no, it only goes
That
up
wasn't a 4%
$304.
That's
Jade, it only goes up $304.
okay. Well, I'm just going off the budget, and then what was in the contract, in the interlocal contract right here, in the back. So right here for 2025, it says $9,829.35 for the calendar year 2025.
Is that from Metaline?
This is the interlocal contract for the town of Metaline.
Okay.
Pump
I
and
don't
base
have it.
service.
Oh, yeah.
By the county employees for boundaries to pay.
And build monthly, yeah.
Perfect.
So,
Did you find it?
Well,
Yeah, and it writes it out for
some reason I didn't register.
So you
We
need,
need a motion to accept the sheriff interlocal contract for 2025-2027.
I'll make a motion to accept the interlocal contract for years 25 through 27.
I'll
Hold on.
second,
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, thank you. And the continuing discussion on the water rate for 2025.
I will have numbers to you guys in the next month or two, but it's just something, it's water's review next year. Whether you go up or don't go up,
Just a review.
you guys need to start looking at it now.
okay, cause we just did the sewer.
Yeah, it's just to look at, we're just doing sewer segment, so
Yeah.
sewer was this year water and then sewer, so.
Okay.
You know,
However, just to add some, I'd like to get through that pretty quick for next year, because we're getting creamed
yeah,
with raising prices for the filter bags, for the chlorine. It's just, did we ever get that tank inspected?
you know,
Are we going to?
yes. When we have a company that will do it.
Yeah.
But now they're talking they can do it with drones.
a
So
drone.
instead of a diver, they'll
Mhm.
do it with the camera?
Mhm.
Okay.
They got a drone submarine that's gonna do that?
It's just like what you would use in the
In
ocean.
a sewer line or anything.
We got one at the
that's-
dam.
You
There's
do?
a lot of
Or
water.
you wanna inspect our tank?
No, it's not just the inspection, they clean out sediment too.
Yes,
Oh.
and there's some sort of a certification process too, I know that goes on. Okay. And the
You guys can discuss it more when we're going through the water budget, because the excise taxes are going up as well.
everything's going up except our incomes.
Do you know what the water rate is right now with hand Kelly?
59.60 for residential, 60.60 for commercial.
Okay.
EDAC, Economic Development? They're
They
gonna-
will be here next Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning and it's open to the public. They
uh,
love to have input on a lot of things, so everyone's more than welcome to come.
They will have questions, they may have questions for us.
It's a good
Cool.
meeting to listen to.
Yeah, Jade's on it, yeah.
What time is it?
At 8:30. 8:30 to 11.
Wait a minute. Where are they coming from?
All over.
My goodness. This seems awfully early to me.
Well, they just hired another person to do some grant writing. They got a grant to hire a grant writer. So I think we'll be hearing a lot about that.
A lead service line survey, the council members have all turned in their,
So there's some copies up there. I need so many. It's a requirement from the Department of Health. It's to comply with the Environmental Protection Agency regulations on water systems. It's just to see if we have lead lines, which we do not, but I have to take these surveys and upload them into a spreadsheet.
Does my test count for that? The lead test?
Or you
Or
mentioned the
was it
water
lead?
Yeah, you did lead, but this is just, do you have from our meter to your house, They just wanna know what kind of line you have.
It wasn't.
So I don't
No,
attach your
no,
name to,
Probably got,
your name and your address do
Galvanized.
not go on the spreadsheet. It just, I have to say what kind of lines I have in town.
Okay.
But, anyone in the town is more than welcome to take the survey and turn it back into me. And I'll be putting it out, I'll probably leave some at the post office and the mini mart and
do they need a certain percentage or just
Uh.
a response?
a response.
Okay. My goodness. Treasurer's report.
Hold on. I'll change papers. Payroll, $10,832.89, expenses $6,099.44, revenues $13,956.94.
I need a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
I'll make a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
Second,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, you're starting your end, Rick. Council reports.
Council report.
I can't hear you.
Council report.
I still,
Council
report.
report.
You got anything to report?
work looks good.
Okay.
Mowed, bathrooms look good, the bird pile's coming right along. Other than that, it looks good, don't,
Done.
We have a bear down there.
yeah, he ain't bothered much,
Oh, really?
No, he just digging through stuff.
not very big.
I took a garbage
Pile,
can
yeah.
the other day.
I had
I
a
took a
big
bunch of
fat
stuff
skunk
down.
knocking on my back door last night.
Skunk? Dennis will catch it.
Mike keeps turning them loose up there, what do you expect?
We got 5 and we dump them off at the cemetery.
Thank you.
We get them
I'll return.
Do you really?
No, we do not.
We have a serious problem up there.
No, we take them clear up almost to Boundary Dam. But if you have skunks, Dennis has traps and he will catch them and Robert will take them clear up to
They
up
go
by
for a
Boundary
ride.
Dam, up past Gardner Caves.
That's this
We got-
It's up Russian Creek is where he goes.
We got 4 at our house last week.
And
They're-
a nice
they're
one.
bad
And a
everywhere.
nice-
There's like
and a nice
six of them,
one.
yeah.
I thought that was part of the.
I had one break in my chicken coop and kill a chicken, so I had to.
Oh.
That's
That's
okay.
was up there.
Yeah.
He didn't go for a ride, did
We're
he?
protecting us.
No, he didn't, he doesn't get a ride. Well, he's somewhere between here and town because he went off the bank on this side when he was done.
Tim,
Anything
on your mind?
Yeah, I had the privilege of having Delane take some of his time and show me around the sewer treatment plant and the water plant, and everything looked ship shape, and it was pretty cool to see, and the operation he's got going on there.
Yeah. The thing to bear in mind is they're all getting really old.
Yeah.
Even the water plant, which is relatively new, it's like we can't. That nifty little panel they've got up there with all the LCD thing,
Yeah,
they don't make that stuff anymore.
a lot of that stuff looked pretty outdated. Like
Yes.
you could do most of
Well,
that
it's
with
just
a
something to
simple
bear in mind
PLC.
for the future, we we're gonna find money for, if anything goes wrong. Jade?
I don't have anything. Monster Mash is coming up. I haven't really done anything with it other than got my kids' costumes.
Oh,
We're gonna
okay.
enjoy it this year.
well, your daughter should have won last year, really, that was.
Nessa,
I was so disappointed,
she has a really good one again this
that
year.
one of my granddaughters should have won too.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say the Monster Mash. We have it where it starts at noon up in the falls. There's a scavenger hunt to all the businesses. And then they'll bring everybody down to our park.
And our businesses here first, and then.
Are they doing our businesses? I did not know that. Very cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Never mind.
The scavenger hunt will be through our businesses as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
wow.
ended through the western, the mini mart, and then the park.
Awesome. So, yep, we have the different mazes, different bouncy things, all sorts of stuff, and hot dogs, chili, all the goods. Gonna be a good day.
I'll bring my entourage. So.
Yes, please do.
Janet?
I wanna say thank you to Mike Flanagan and Kelly for working so hard and getting this pickleball thing going. It is amazing, it is exciting to see the
It's
ground.
nice to see something actually
Yes.
done now.
Super exciting.
Yes,
It is really cool.
and the fundraiser I know is gonna be a success and we're gonna be good. This is gonna benefit our kids here
Yeah.
and all the families. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, we've
It's
gotta get some,
huge.
once we get the courts in, we gotta start seeing people on them because it's important, I mean.
I see it coming to the high schools.
well,
And so it's gonna come
It will
here.
be.
Yeah,
I would certainly gonna try to get the high school kids down here once we get the courts in, maybe it's a
It'll be
spring
a
sport or
great thing for
something.
homeschool kids.
That would be
Yeah.
awesome. My
It's gonna
the
be so
volleyball
good.
girls, when they seen, they were super. They had no idea what was going on, and then once I told them, they're super stoked. So I hope that they do get to come down.
I'll just let you know that the best player in the country is a 16-year-old female, as far as women go.
Really?
So that these kids, if they just learn that there's actually some money in this thing, and that it's not an old person. I mean, it's popular with older, not old, but older
Mature.
people down. We've got 800 people in our club in Arizona now,
That's
and we
awesome.
only have a community of what do we get? 3,000 houses, but we got 800 people in the pickleball club.
I understand it's going to be an Olympic event.
And like I said, you can't help but miss it on TV now. It's all over the TV. But the best female player was a champion at 14, playing with her mother,
Wow,
and she's a champion singles, doubles, and mixed doubles.
that's cool. That's really
And
cool.
there's actually some foreign-born players now, young men that are basically challenging the best men in the sport.
Wow. I'm excited.
You and I are
The way they
sitting
play
down after-
pickleball is not the way
Yeah.
you're gonna see
I know.
pickleball played.
We'll have to host like the Metaline Open or something.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
you have a
get the best
tournament.
players from around the world.
I'm sure they'll.
So,
Yeah.
if you guys decide to do a sponsorship, they're right there. It is Metaline Pickleball Club is under Metaline Beautification and is on the Secretary of State's site, so it is legitimate. So we can write donation letters if we needed to. So yeah, we're excited, but there are forms. We'll be raising money all winter.
And you get your plaque with
Yep.
your name on
I
it.
have the plaques in there if you want to see what size they are.
Looks like a license plate size. for the-
Time for public comment.
Sonia had one. October 10th at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the Ione Community Center is the 10 warning signs of Alzheimer's. What to watch for in yourself and others.
How the hell are we supposed to remember that?
October wind.
We'll work on that.
During the public comment period, your comments are limited to 3 minutes. These are guidelines to help council members hear as many different viewpoints as possible in the limited time available. If you are speaking for a group, you must tell the council how the group developed the position that you are presenting. The council may or may not answer your questions, and questions should always be sent to the town's email.
Okay, any public comment?
Did Dave have anything?
Need a motion
I
to
don't
adjourn? What? Oh, I'm
Did
sorry.
Dave Rick have anything?
Did you, Dave, I'm sorry.
I'll wait till you finish that part, go ahead.
Well, he was gonna adjourn the meeting if you
Oh,
have
you
comment.
were-
Go
okay,
ahead.
so-
We have a public comment.
Jump
Okay,
in.
so the PD has a broadband survey, you probably see it on your bill. And, it's finished on October 15th, so if you haven't done that, go ahead and do that. They're trying to figure out ways, as the BEAD grants and monies come forward, it's been a long time coming. And they're trying to get all their ducks in order such that when that opportunity takes place, we're ready to go. So, if you see it on your bill, look for your broadband survey. So our manager is very busy with the wildfire mitigation plan and policy. It's due to be given to the state on October 31st. So a lot of utilities, as we see fires in Hawaii, and it has to do with the electrical system causing the fire, we're seeing a lot of utilities get prepared physically, preparing all the trees and such, but also the legal aspect. I just got a thing here from remember the fire in August, the Gray Fire, which is down at Medical Lake. 240 homes were burnt down and destroyed. So now we get forward a year, 62 insurance companies are suing inland power over this.
There was a big mess down in California too.
Yeah, and it just seems like it's getting larger and larger. So the 29th, 2 Sundays ago, Avista Power down in Spokane, they had their very first public power shutdown, where they had some software that was watching their circuits. They saw something that they felt was extreme, so they shut down a part of Spokane from 2 in the afternoon till almost 11 p.m. at night. And there was a storm that, who knows, if they hadn't done it, what would have happened? But you're gonna see more and more of that with utilities. They're gonna take proactive action so as to not follow the steps of what happened in Lahaina, in Hawaii, and California, down in Napa Valley, just total devastation. Hundreds and hundreds of homes per event.
Are they gonna be clearing right away?
Sure. So they have a program by which they have right-of-way crews that go in, and every 5 years, every part of the distribution and transmission system is cleaned. So it's incremental cleaning, and every 5 years, they circle back to the beginning. So, yeah, so that's a part of it. Is if you come up with you create your own plan, and should something happen, the state comes in and says, did you follow your plan? So you self-report, you have all these policies, and so the wildfire mitigation plan has to be delivered by the 31st. So budget year 23 and 24, we did not raise our rates. And every time I come to a town council meeting, we hear about the realities of inflation and water systems and sewage systems and any kind of utility services keep going up. We've been working very hard to be very prudent and very conservative with the money that we're receiving, but inflation just starts to eat, as you were saying earlier, it just keeps eating upon us. And so our manager has been studying in a very methodical method, trying to understand our financial health, where we are going with the 10-year forecast. And so my hope is that if we do have a rate increase, it'll be less than 4%. And so that's here in our future. We will begin our budget cycle here probably next month. And so I'm very thankful that we did not have any increases and you know, we had been told, if we don't raise rates, the bonding rating agencies are gonna deem it as you are reluctant to raise rates and you could lose your bond rating. That's almost like extortion.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Al Capone said this.
So like if you don't raise rates on a regular basis, small incremental rates, then it's deemed to be you're reluctant to raise rates and you could lose your bond rating. How crazy is that?
It's like if you don't use credit, your credit rating
Right.
goes down.
Yes. So one thing that I'm watching carefully is we have our expenditures that we can graph, we have our revenues that we can graph, and then in the middle, the difference between the two is you have working capital. And so from my point of view, if we are putting $1 million in the bank every month, we're doing well. We're doing very well. Now, you think you're a nonprofit organization, for the past 2 budget cycles, you've been putting in $1 million a month. Well, yeah, yes, that's true, but we have a substation going in, that's 25 million. And then there's gonna be another substation, that's probably another 20 to 25 million. And so, yeah, you raise capital, and then, man, then the supply chain, you could be waiting for a transformer or the components of it for 4 to 6 years. So it's a vicious cycle.
Demand for electricity is not gonna go down.
That's right.
Period.
So I'm sorry I went way beyond your time limit on your.
Oh, no, that's okay. We actually set a record here. Yeah. I guess. I have a question, but I don't know how to phrase it.
Throw it out there.
No, I'm all of the lines that are going through the town, especially up where Jade and I live. They went through and cleared out some
We did a lot.
You did, yeah. We had a tree fall down on yours, right? Yeah, but that's,
Yeah,
that was right on the
That was
drop
last
to your
year.
house, yeah.
yeah, right by my house.
That's, PUD does that?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about up Boundary Road?
I haven't been up there recently, Tim. Have you seen any clearing on the distribution?
I'm not sure if I've seen Benjamin.
I've seen trees fall on the line a couple of times.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen them up there taking any trees out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When you go down LeClaire Road and you just watch the forest beside the road and all of a sudden it's like down here by JL Chantry's house. You can see they come in with the mulcher and they
Yeah.
just shred that thing right down. So
I love to
you
see
see incremental cleaning underneath the distribution line.
Also gives me a little bit of lead time on deer running across the road.
If you should see something that looks concerning,
Say
that the
something.
trees are growing up inside there, call me, call the office down there, let people know. You don't wanna be in a situation where you say, darn, I wish I would've said something, and lit the whole place on fire. So definitely make a phone call.
Yeah. If you guys come up here and touch my apple tree, I'll be upset. Alrighty.
Well, thank you for the information.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Dave.
Well,
Now I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll motion to adjourn.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
I.
Thank you, Autumn. Meeting is adjourned.
You guys did a good job.